Hello everyone, welcome back for another video on FTSC. Okay, now about 12 hours ago, TOS Part 3 landed, and I'm quite sure most of you are already on it. And I feel as a content creator, it would be just apt, to do a video on it and not so much on telling you like what is being released or what's available to you already, but to share with you my thought process on it. But before we go straight into this video, I'd like to give a quick shout out to two groups of people. Number one, I'd like to thank all those who have subscribed to the channel. Yes, we are now at on 117. Okay, thank you for supporting the channel, and if you like my videos, do remember to hit on the like button and also to subscribe to it. It will help me to grow on the channel. Now the next shout out to would be to Captain Keeper, who is from a sister alliance. Okay, now what Captain did, or what Keeper did, was he introduced me to BlueStacks 5. Okay, now BlueStacks 5 is still in beta. Okay, now what it promises is, now this only applies if you are playing on the emulator on your PC. Okay, and if you are using 4, you should try 5 even though it is in beta mode. Now do remember though that if you are using 5, there are certain features which are not fully developed or available yet because it's still in beta, not release candidate, that kind of thing. Okay, but what you will notice is it will use lesser RAM, it will be lightning fast, and yes, it is lightning fast, and you get a much more improvement in terms of performance. Okay, so yes, Captain Keeper actually shared this with me yesterday, and I tried it, and yes, it is true. So if you are using BlueStacks 4, give BlueStacks 5 a try and see whether it suits your taste or not. And it does actually look better. Okay, so this is BlueStacks 5, and then the dimensions are that kind of thing. So yeah, that is it. Now TOS Part 3, okay, the Origin Series Part 3. Now we have come a long way since the TOS was first introduced, and then now we are at Part 3. Now I would not be telling you what are the new things that are available, because a lot of video or content creators out there on YouTube would have covered it already, and you would be aware of it already, right? Okay, so no point for me to talk more about it. Okay, but what I'll be touching on would be much more on what I would do as a player from this event. As in, I did mention before, Battle Pass is a Battle Pass event, and if you have missed my previous video on Battle Pass is something that you must get, because the value that's giving you, okay, with the Battle Pass, okay, you don't see over here, it's the same thing that Abel is doing again. Okay, sorry, my bad. Okay, now if you click on Battle Pass, you would be able to see the amount of rewards that it is giving you, okay, across the 20 days into the Battle Pass. And on top of the 20 days, you will also have the flow over event, whereby it gets extended, and then you get more from it as well. Okay, so you get more of this currency, which is the main currency for this Battle Pass, the TOS Part 3, which is the neutronium. Okay, so every TOS somehow it has, or every arc somehow it has a main currency, and so for this one it is the neutronium. Okay, so collect them as much as you can, complete it. Okay, now as long as you are able to do your Battle Pass events daily without fail, okay, you can just get the the basic Battle Pass pack, okay, and you will be able to complete it. Okay, now I've mentioned this before, other content creators have mentioned this before, like Reverend Deus. Okay, so you don't need to get extra points to complete it unless you miss a certain days. Okay, now what I would like to bring our attention to would be the event store, because the last time I've seen an event store like this was back in December. That was when they introduced the discovery arc. Okay, you'll be introduced with so many stuff in the event store. Okay, you get ships, you get materials, you get resources, you get recruit tokens, you get a lot. Okay, now just look at this. Okay, now this is for ops 34, shipyard 33, so it all depends on your ops and shipyard level as well. Okay, then you'll be able to see a certain range of stuffs being made available in your store. And I believe the dog is barking. My bad. Okay, so try to ignore it. Okay, please. Okay, now and then you get officer shards. Okay, and then you have resources as well, and then you get more resources, and then you get this. Okay, credits. Okay, which is very good, because if you are not aware of this already, it is very hard to get independent credits. Okay, if you were to redeem it from the faction store, you get like any 50 plus a day a pool, that kind of thing. Now this one you are getting 500, okay, per pool. You are limited to 10, so it's like 5,000 plus, that kind of thing. Okay, so you do the maths. Okay, you get more recruit tokens, commendation. Now you get O missions. Okay, this is an old mission, mirror. Okay, I'm not too sure about this business as usual, but it says new faction mission. I'm not too sure about that. As usual, I have mentioned before, Scopely sometimes they misuse certain terms on certain things like great value, massive value, which is not entirely true most of the time. So yeah, I'm not really sure whether this is something new or whether this is something repeated from the past. Okay, but mirror is something that is repeated, and it is not worth getting because the rewards are not good. Okay, so don't waste your time, your neutroniums on it. Okay, so don't do that. Battleship parts, entirely up to you. Ship XP, nope. Okay, now then you have all the frames. Now if you are really into cosmetics, go ahead. Okay, there's no stopping you from doing that kind of thing. Okay, so yes, now for me, now this is the thought processing, right? Now what I would go after would be the resources for one. Okay, they are good and they always contribute, like in a certain way. Okay, because you get the chest pools, and then be careful though, because you do not see Scopely scaling the chest pools like all the time. Okay, but this one it does. Okay, so one chest 2008. Okay, and then 10 chests is 28,000, so it scales. Okay, so be very careful about that. Okay, yeah, you do your maths. Okay, to keep yourself safe. Okay, the uncommons are good as well. Okay, so 10 chests 19,000, you get like 50. Not bad, right? Okay, now but what I would do would be I would go for ships. Okay, now I also said something like this, that yes, I have hit the 10 million mark, which was, I can't remember what was the 10 million mark. Okay, I don't remember the title. Okay, respected. Okay, so 10 million mark, which unlocks the enterprise. And then I also said something like, I can't get it yet because I am still lacking in Federation credits. Okay, and if I were to buy packs to get this ship, it will cost me $1,000 US. Okay, which is a lot of money in my currency. Okay, it's like 1.5 months pay, that kind of thing. So yeah, even for someone at the exact level, that kind of thing. So yeah, I would get this, okay, the enterprise, even though it's limited to 20, but it helps because now I'm standing at 62 plus 20. It will bring me much closer to the 150 that I need to build an enterprise. Okay, that's what I will do. Okay, now the faction minus is entirely up to you. Now the Stella is also good because, okay, some would suggest this, okay, because now the whole idea behind the Stella is, in order to get those stellar particles, you need to upgrade it and then you need to scrape it. Okay, so you upgrade, scrape, and the whole cycle, the vicious cycle repeats itself for you to get those eclipse particles. Okay. Now another way of doing it is that you can have two stellars, and then one you use it to upgrade, the other one you use it to upgrade and to scrape, so that at all times you will still have one stellar usable. Okay, because once you have one stellar upgraded and in the scrapyard, you can't really like speed it up by yourself. You get what I mean? So you'll be down, not being able to use a stellar to do your eclipse hostile hunts, that kind of thing, for a few days, if not a week's time. Okay, so you do not want to get yourself get caught in that. Okay, now it all depends also on how fast your script yard or the level it is in or at, that kind of thing. So that will determine the time frame or time span that you need to spend you know on scraping. Okay, now nano probes, okay, may look attractive, but this isn't. Okay, so you do your maths. Okay, you do your maths, and then but what I would get would be, yes, I said the ship. Okay, enterprise. I would also, now I actually thought of, or I actually considered of getting another Devor, but then to upgrade it, to tier it to the point whereby it is truly usable or useful, for the Platinum Rush event, it is like not so worthwhile, because at tier 7 right now, my Devor, like, it requires about 200k of Devor parts to get to the next tier, and every Platinum Rush event I'm only like winning 10k, that kind of thing. So it is taking me like quite some time to tear up my Devor, and if I have to get a second Devor, it's like it's not helping either. So, and then with the the mining time frame, it is much more tighter right now. Back then it was like hours, that kind of thing, but now it's like minutes. So like full load or full cargo will only like take me 12 minutes each, that kind of thing. So yeah, that's one thing. Now if you miss on your discovery, you should get this as well. Okay, it's good for range warp events. Okay, so there are certain maps or systems whereby, this is just an example, whereby your newer ships may not be able to reach or warp to. Okay, so what you can do is, if your discovery can reach that kind of warp range, okay, send a discovery there, and then you call your other ship. Okay, so you get access to that particular system without having or without needing the warp range. Okay, that's what you can do as well. Don't get all this, because you can redeem this from this the Augments store, and it is not hard to get. You just need time. Okay, so not very attractive. Now what I am currently considering is to get a second ship, a second Botany Bay, for example. Why? Because you do know that when you reach a certain level in game, you are limited to a certain kind of things that you can do. Okay, because you're at a higher level, and the higher level you go, the more expensive things will be. And then there are certain events. Well, you should know by now that I'm a very event-oriented person. Okay, I focus a lot on events. Okay, now sometimes ships like the Botany Bay may come in handy if you have a spare in your shipyard for you to to upgrade. Okay, because for example, the ship EXP, you can dump onto your alternate Botany Bay. Now you can have a main one, which is almost max. Now my Botany Bay is T8 right now, and waiting to be tiered, fully upgraded, waiting to be tiered to go to T9. Okay, that kind of thing. So now let me show you my Botany Bay. Okay, manage, so that you get an idea what I'm trying to get at. Okay, so my Botany Bay. Okay, so this is my Botany Bay, and it is fully upgraded, waiting to tier. Okay, and when I tier it up, it will unlock another 5 levels of EXP. Now I want you to know this, because if you really want to ace in events, you need to know what are the cards you have in your hand. You get what I'm saying? Okay, so for me, I'm waiting for the right moment, opportunity, event to use the remaining 5 levels of my Botany Bay. Okay, simply by throwing EXP into it and then getting it, to max tier. Okay, now I have only one ship that is able to do this right now. That's able to get the jump of 154k XP right now. I do not have another. Okay, so I was thinking, this is a thought process. Okay, I was thinking if I were to get a secondary Botany Bay, it should be useful because the Botany Bay is a low level ship and it doesn't require a lot of resources to upgrade it to tear it up. Okay, I just check on LCAS. Okay, and then yeah, it is not costly at all, and it doesn't use specific kind of materials like well, of course you need plutonium, but then plutonium is easily available from the Augment Faction store, and by the time you have access to decoded data, it is very easy to redeem them. Yeah, seriously, it's very easy to redeem them compared to frequency modulators that comes in millions, and it is a pain to just upgrade the Franklin. Okay, now the jellyfish, I didn't get it. I didn't know why, but if you just started off STFC, the jellyfish, if you plan to put some amount of money into the game as investment, okay, jellyfish is something that you should, because it will carry you to a good amount of levels in game, like even to the early 20s. Some may say, if it is like upgraded to a high enough tier, okay, it is good. Okay, so yeah, there you have it. Okay, this is my thought process. Okay, and another thing is you should also be very careful with the limitation on the blueprints. Okay, because sometimes you may be getting the blueprints that you want, but once you are done like redeeming it, it may not give you the full ship. You get what I'm saying? Okay, so do calculate first, do your maths, okay, and whether you see for yourself whether you can claim the full ship. But then, there again, like what I told you the last time I saw this kind of store, okay, it was in December. So, and it's like quarter into the year now, and then this appears again. So yes, your call. Okay, so you might get half of a discovery, and then 3 months later you might get the other half. I mean, who knows? I'm not Scopely, and then do not know how they think, even though it is quite predictable in some sense. Okay, now with XP, ship XP, you'll be looking at events like this. Okay, now I'm still having like second thoughts whether should I go into events like this, because it only requires 3k and the payouts are not bad, okay, because you're getting recruit tokens. But if I were to spend a level on my botany on this, because like I said earlier, I do not have other ships that that I can use to get this amount, like that kind of thing. So if I were to use the Botany Bay, half of the XP would be wasted, okay, and which can be used in like a ship SLB for that matter. Okay, so yeah, this is what I think you should look at from the store. Oh, talking of which, TOS also comes with new packs, okay, and there are no changes made to the crab recruit packs, okay. So yeah, I believe they are not worth your, you're not getting the most value from your investment, okay. I believe that, because the amount of stuff that you're getting from it, it is just lousy, okay. So you're only getting 13 pools, okay, because one pool is 100, so you're getting 13 pools from it, and yeah, it's not good. like compared to the regular, the ultra officer pack. Okay, that's one. Now the Neutronum Elite, it is justifiable. Okay, because just now I show you, for example, if you look at uncommons, it may not look so attractive because 310, 205, 205 compared to the other packs. Now, before you buy anything, it is always my advice again to you to always compare against or with another pack that you can have access to, whether they're giving you the on par resources, especially your grade 3 uncommons and rares, because they are very, really, really very useful. Okay, and then this is good as well because you need repairs, that kind of thing. And yeah, okay, all these are not so useful. Okay, relocation tokens you get it any other day, and repairs. Well, it depends what kind of player you are. So I'm not saying that it's entirely bad, that kind of thing. So 32k is okay. Now 120k, in what I showed you earlier in the event store, to get 50 of uncommon grade 3 resources, it will take you 19k for 10 chests, okay, which will give you 10 pools of 5. That's how you get 50. Okay, so 19k, bring it to nearest 20k, so you get 6 pools. 6 times 50, you get 300. So with this pack, what you'll be getting essentially will be this, and then another 300 of any of it that you want. Okay, which is not bad. You get what I'm saying? It is not bad. Okay, it is not bad, but it's not the best out there, because I will still go back to this pack any day, because it is still the best valued pack among them all. Okay, this is not because of BlueStacks. Okay, this is because of interconnection. Okay, so yeah, the Outlaw Research Pack, 41k, 48k, 9k, 70, 70, 70 to 85. Okay, this definitely gives much more. Okay, so yes, this might always go to, and there's no, even though the tokens are not as much, but my primary focus, like, it depends on which stage you are in game. So yeah, this is the best value pack for me right now. Okay, for you it may be different, but you decide. Okay, you compare and then you decide. Now, the other events that were made available in TOS, like part 3, okay, I'm very disappointed with this because I was offered an event that I can't complete. Okay, Player Killer SMS. I've only 12 more hours, and the only way for me to get points from it would be either using a Burrell, Interpret, Gladius, D4 class, Enterprise, Augur. I am halfway through getting an Enterprise. Actually, not halfway, 1/3 my way through to an Enterprise, but nowhere yet. I mean, I can't get it like today. So it's very disappointing that this event doesn't cater towards those who are newer in game, but rather, well, I believe this is ops based, but for my ops level, I don't have any of these. Okay, and I was like calculating whether I get the Gladius, okay, because I believe I have 19 blueprints on the Gladius already. So I was thinking whether can I get it in time or to finish it to, where's the Gladius? So Burrell is like 31 quarter. That's my Gladius. Gladius should be somewhere. Yeah, you see? So yeah, I can't really get it. So I guess I have to miss this particular event. But the payouts, is it really good? Is it really good that you should feel sad about it? Well, they say Chekhov is not bad. Okay, but what I'm actually after would be all this. Okay, the points. Okay, the neutroniums. Okay, which will help me get stuff from the store. Okay, so another thing is, do not spend your neutroniums yet. Wait till the event is like almost ending, and then you see for yourself, how many neutroniums you have, and then you do your redemption then, because there's no hurry. Yeah, seriously, there's no hurry. like get stuff from the store unless like you need to rush off to somewhere, that kind of thing. So yeah, so there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's more of thought process, yes. So at my level, these are the things that I'm looking at, and yeah, hope you like it. And if you did, hit a thumbs up button, and yeah, remember to subscribe to the channel and support me through my Patreon page as well, if so you will. And see ya later. Live long and prosper.